case set for 11 o'clock is appeal by the opposition of a private club permit that was granted to Mr. Chad A. Holyfield, Uppercrust of Jonesboro, Inc. It was granted on November 20th, 2009. It was appealed by Mr. Hester. Is that right, Paul?
Correct.
Okay. And let the record reflect that the applicant, Mr. Holyfield, is present today. He is represented by Mr. James C. Clark, and the person that has appealed the decision of the board, Mr. Bob Hester, is present today, and Mr. Hester is represented by Mr. Paul Schmidt, Jr. JC, if you and Mr. Smith would have your witnesses stand up at this time, please be sworn in. Anybody that's going to testify.
We may have one other that's not here. We'll swear them in when they get here.
Swear them in later.
Raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you give before this board that will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes. Thank you. Have a seat.
Now I'm going to ask your client to speak up.
Now, let me ask you a question here. Now, this was approved by the director.
Yes. It's approved by the director. It was appealed by the opposition, Mr. Hester. So that means that it is, once again, this is a hearing de novo before this board. So it goes just like in the regular order. Mr. Clark's client has to get on, tell you why.
Prior to, no, not right now. I'm gonna let you have an opportunity to think about your answer. Okay, all right, let's go.
I'm gonna pass the file over here to Mr. Ellis. Excuse me.
Mr. Chairman, one thing I wanted to make sure that the record is have acknowledged by the commission that the application that was filed which contained the Schedule A, criminal background check, the authority to release information, the entertainment sheet, the floor plan, the membership list, photographs, the articles of the corporation amendments, the minutes of the corporation, the bylaws, the lease agreement, and the annual report are all part of the record and are evidence in this hearing that's been previously filed.
That's correct.
That I will not have to reintroduce those again by submitting an application and asking that they be admitted into evidence.
Do you have a copy of each of those for me?
I can give you a copy of our application.
Can you, of each of y'all's exhibits?
Yeah.
I just need to get a copy,
Yeah.
probably with a cross-examine on each one.
But you have no objection to that being entered into evidence. The application has been filed with the commission. Is it part of the record? It is. All right. There's a copy of it. This is a copy of what we filed and what we reviewed. All right. The first and only witness I have is Chad Holyfield. Mr. Holyfield, what is your name and address?
Chad Aaron Holyfield.
Are you employed as general manager of Uppercrust PT1?
Yes, sir.
What is the private club's address?
3120-2 Shells Drive, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Okay. Are you also an officer and director of the private club?
Yes.
Prior to being an employee of the club, where did you work for the tax writers?
Uppercrust PT1.
Is that a different entity than the nonprofit private club?
Yes.
So you have a business corporation that exists in another part of Jonesboro, is that correct?
Right.
It does not sell alcohol?
No.
Okay.
It's been on 7 years.
Did you attend the seminar conducted by Mr. Bennett whereby you were instructed on the law?
Yes, sir.
I think you previously told the commission this, but when would you presently have a private club permit?
Yes.
When was that permit issued to you?
In March.
Of this year? Okay. Since its issuance, have you operated the private club in accordance with the ABC regulations?
Yes.
Since acquiring the permit, have you been cited by the ABC enforcement for any violations of those regulations?
Not at all.
Since acquiring the permit, have the police, the sheriff department, or other policing agencies had to come to your business based upon any complaints or anything like that? All right. Who is Michael Kendall?
What was it? I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, I'm going too
sorry.
fast. I apologize.
Pardon me?
Did it pick up?
No.
Don't do that.
No.
That will
Oh, I'm sorry.
that will garnish.
Mr. Ellis, let me go back. I guess the question was, since issues of the permit, have you operated the club in accordance with regulations?
Yes.
Have you, since the issuance of the permits, have you been cited for any ABC violation? Since acquiring the permit, have the police or under policing agencies in Jonesboro, Craighead County, come to your office, come to the club, to answer any complaints or violations? All right. Who is Michael Kendall?
He's our local ABC enforcement.
Once you got the permit, did you have Mr. Kendall address your?
Yes.
What was
Came
the
in.
purpose of that address?
Remember to address who?
Address the members of his club, not the
We had
members,
him
but
come
the
in.
employees of the club,
Okay, staff.
the staff.
So kind of do a little, he has a pretty good thing, he's a pretty intimidating man too, so he comes in and gives his, basically, what our responsibilities and liabilities and what can happen. He actually handcuffed one of the guys working for us to show. He had some handcuffs on him all the time.
And was, you, did you appreciate him?
Yes,
That as
no,
part
I
of
think
your
Mr.
training?
Kendall's great. I feel like I can call him.
Do you consider Mr. Kendall the source of information and the source of alcohol?
He's great.
Do you intend to use Mr. Kendall in making sure you're always in compliance?
Yes.
Has he indicated that he's willing to always advise you in that regard? Do you intend to operate the private club in a manner that's in full compliance with the laws and regulations controlling dispensing of alcohol beverages? Is Uppercrust of Jonesboro a nonprofit corporation existing under the laws of the state of Arkansas that came into existence on November 14th, 2006, which was more than 1 year before your application being filed? Is a copy of those articles of incorporation and amendments part of the application that has been submitted and accepted into evidence in this hearing?
What was the date of the?
It was formed November 14th, 2006.
And the name of the corporation, nonprofit is Uppercrust Jonesboro Inc.
That is correct. Yes. Are the current directors and officers of the nonprofit yourself, your wife Stephanie Holyfield, and Brandy Harrison?
Yes.
Do you all reside in Craighead County?
Yes.
Did y'all become directors of this in September of '09?
Yes.
Okay. At the time of the filing of the ABC application, did the nonprofit corporation have in excess of 100 members?
Yes.
Was the membership list evidencing the more than 100 members part of your application that has been accepted into evidence in this proceeding?
Do you have 100 members today? Do you have an excess of 100?
You do have an excess of 100 members?
Yes.
All right. Do you have a lease for the space to be occupied by the private club?
Yes.
Is a copy of that written lease attached to your application, which has been accepted into evidence in this hearing? Now, is the total space of the private club a private club?
Yes.
Totally, all right. Is it correct to say that no part of the net revenues of the club are for the benefit of its members except for the payment of bona fide expenses?
Yes.
At the end of the year, you're not paying any dividends to officers, directors, or other members?
No.
Good. All of the net revenues after expenses, are they intended to be retained by the club and used by it for its nonprofit purpose? I would then like to hand you what is part of the application, which I think here at the ABC is referred to as the entertainment sheet. And I'm going to give a copy to, and this entertainment sheet, Mr. Chairman, as part of the application has already been introduced to the evidence.
Is that this document here?
That is that. That's
Okay,
correct.
thank you. Okay, in a minute. Good.
Just, the bigger danger is tripping over the wire. It's not
And
electrocution.
although it's already in the
Right,
record.
we're still gonna mark this as
All right.
applicant's exhibit number
Let me
1.
have I'm sorry, that's all right, that's all right. No, I had five.
There you go. All right. And you have before you what we call the entertainment sheet, which specifies what your nonprofit purposes are for.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? Is one of the nonprofit purposes of your private club to provide casual dining and social interaction for club members and guests?
Yes.
Is it true that this is a nonprofit corporation that provides dining services solely for its members and guests?
Yes.
This is not a public restaurant.
No, it's
All right. How many will the private club seat for dining?
100.
All right. How many people are employed at the private club?
23.
Are these new jobs in Jonesboro that only came into existence once you opened your business in March?
Yes.
Without the club being open, these jobs would not exist. All right. What are the hours of operation of the private club?
11 to 10, Monday through Thursday. Or actually Sunday through Thursday, and then the weekend, Friday and Saturday at 11 to 11.
Okay. What is the, tell us the, what's the type of property that surrounds the private club?
It's commercial. Surrounds us.
Yeah.
We list the names.
Yeah,
The bowling alley is, when you pull into Shelby, our road there, it's the bowling alley to the right, Cobblestone, which is the place we got our rock and stuff, the fireplace, and then, gutter insulation place that's next, and then right behind us was a vacant house.
But there's no residential
No,
area
no.
within that
No.
area? All right.
Chad, let me
Yes.
interject a question here. In looking back over the file when you granted this permit, it seems other than just objections to alcohol, that one of the large concerns was that this was a really busy intersection, that lots of traffic and stuff like that. Have you had any wrecks out there on your property, in front of your property, people pulling
You
out?
have to take Shelby to actually get to us, and then it's Parker Road, and then it comes down to Caraway. That's not our.
So you're not on the main?
No, we're off.
Well, then, my question still stands. That was, when you look at the file, that was one of the original objections that, I guess maybe it was that that street entered into it. Have there been any wrecks out there that are in your place, attributable to your place, anything like that?
No, I think it's actually perfect. Really, for me, I mean, it's a kind of a dead end. You pull in to go there.
I see.
But I like that road. I mean, that's just a good road, Parker. But then Shelby comes down, the bowling alley, we all kind of.
Are you saying that you're located on a dead-end street?
Yes.
So there will not be traffic going,
No.
Going-
It's slow traffic. It's not a.
people
it's not a
coming,
55-mile-an-hour zone.
people coming down that road will either be coming to your location or they will be coming to some other business located next to you. It's not a thoroughfare that will take them on either east, west, north, or south, whichever way that's going to go.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I noticed one comment here. Maintain a social track as members and guests, including food and beverage service. There will be no mild bans or other manufacturing. So that's good.
That's correct. That's correct. All right. Do you have adequate parking for your members and guests?
Yes.
All right. Are the parking areas well lit?
Yes.
Besides the area comprising your parking lot, do you have permission from the adjoining landowners, if you needed to park on their property, that you could do so? I would like to show you, and I will introduce this in evidence.
Mr. Holyfield, how many people did you say would be seated in your restaurant?
It was 154, but it's right around that. Give or
About
take a seat.
150 or so?
Yes. I'd say 150 just because it's, we have 154 chairs, but at least 3 of them. So
Approximately 150.
All right. You had indicated that there's a bowling alley that's located next to your premises. Has the bowling alley given you permission to park cars if necessary in on their parking spaces?
Yes.
I'd like to ask you to identify this letter, tell the commission what it is.
It's the lease agreement between us and the bowling alley.
So you have a lease agreement between yourself and the bowling alley to park additional cars over there if necessary.
Yes.
And we would like to introduce this into evidence.
Okay, mark the exhibit, applicant's exhibit number 2. The agreement between Uppercrust Pizza and Jonesboro Bowling Center LLC.
Is your parking all surface parking, off the street?
Yes.
You have
it's off the
adequate
street.
parking?
Yes, we have.
Totally off the street?
Kind of wraps around like our building is a U, we kind of come around, and then we have across the street the bowling alley. Cobblestone actually is moving, they moved a large portion of their parking lot to allow us more parking, because I mean, they're great neighbors, we actually do a lot of business between us, and then, let's say, we have.
There's another one of your neighbors, Mr. Thrasher, known as Sunset Jonesboro LLC. So you have an agreement, a lease agreement with that gentleman?
Yes.
To allow you to park if necessary?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to ask you, is that a copy of that agreement that you have?
Yes.
Copy to the lease. And we would like to introduce this as applicant's exhibit 3.
Parking agreement.
Parking agreement, between, the applicant and Sunset Jonesboro LLC. All right, we would told the commission that, I guess, another one of your neighbors is Cobblestone and Brick LLC.
Yes.
Have Cobblestone and Brick entered into a lease with you to allow you to park additional cars in the event they're necessary?
Yes.
Have they also written letters in support of your existence at your present location? Can you identify what I am showing you as copies of those letters?
A letter from Carolyn Cobble.
Yes. Are there 3 letters there?
Yes, sir, 3.
What are their dates?
May 12th, 2010, July 13th, 2010, July 13th.
All right.
Are those from separate people or the same person?
Same firm, as Cobblestone and Brick LLC, which is located adjacent. One of which the lease agreement that they have with you to allow you to park additional. I'd like to present this. And I'd like to have this introduced as
Collectively number 5.
That is correct.
Four, okay. All right, we have the letters in support as well as the parking.
Letters in
Okay,
support.
that's gonna be number 4.
All right, letters in support as well as the parking lease.
Number 4,
All right.
okay.
Do you foresee a time in which the number of your parking spaces you have available will not be sufficient for your members and guests? All right. All right, now, we will, only in our dreams, but now, I want you to go back to our, what has been referred to as the entertainment sheet, and look at items A, B, and C. Or do these represent nonprofit purposes other than fine dining and providing restaurant and food services to your members, or these other purposes for which you are?
Yes.
All right. One of them is listed as an annual scholarship will be awarded to an employee of the private club who attends Arkansas State University, which I would like to show you a document and ask that you identify this document, and then I would like for you to explain to the commission the program for giving scholarships to employees at Uppercrust. What is this that you're looking at?
Scholarship program for Uppercrust.
Would you explain it to the program that you have in place to the commission, please?
Yes. Basically, we want to be able to give a scholarship to our to an employee that meets the criteria that we have, and, after, it would actually be the spring is when we're looking to do it, this coming term, I guess. And, the student will have to have a minimum of a 3.0, ACT score of 19 or higher. Student will be a high moral character, and will be a role model for fellow students. Students will be enthusiastic about giving back to the community, and also adopting academic excellence.
And as you indicated, you intend to award this scholarship for the spring semester.
Yes, for the spring, that's what we have. So,
And who within the club will make that decision on who qualifies?
it'd actually be myself, my wife, Randy, and also a team that I have that I trust. My father.
So is that gonna be the board of directors or the nonprofit corporation?
Board of Directors.
Plus
The
others.
board of directors will make this decision.
The board of directors will make that decision.
Based on some of the decisions too from.
But what we have before the commission is the application that a prospective student would file with Uppercrust to determine, and you will select from one of those applicants. We would like, the applicant would like to introduce this into evidence.
This is annual.
It's an annual.
Semester. We'll
Per
actually do it
semester,
every
every
semester.
semester.
But it can't start till spring. You have to work for us for years.
Every semester.
Every
Yeah.
semester.
Yeah, it's great, actually. Love it.
All right.
And obviously, scholarships for college is what we're
Right,
talking
it's
about
actually
here.
50%, we'll pay 50% of their cost.
And I think,
Primarily to Arkansas State.
It's limited to Arkansas State, is that correct? Arkansas State, the local college.
It is for a scholarship to Arkansas State.
Right.
Correct.
All right, okay.
But it will be, they will have to keep that up, we're not gonna give it to them every semester, they can't keep it up, we want to be able to choose other people.
But Mr. Ellis wants to be paying 50% of their
Right, yeah.
tuition.
Their tuition.
Of their tuition. And you currently have 40 people working for you. And how many of those right now would you think are half or college age? All right. Item B, participate in and support the Northeast Arkansas Humane Society. Would you explain, since you have had your permit, have you been providing any services to the Northeast Arkansas Humane Society? And if so, explain what you have been doing.
Yes, we actually have a really good relationship with the Humane Society. That's somebody we've always, if you have a pet, you know how that is, but it's, we've given we're a sponsor for them, we've given $1,000 for one of their events, and then also we bought some stethoscopes for them, truck order, $300 of bleach, cleaning supplies, and then we also fill that as they run low and stuff. They know they can call us anytime they want to.
I would like to present to you a letter dated July 15th from the Northeast Arkansas Humane Society, and tell the commission is this a letter in support, and what are the attachments?
It is a,
You may read it.
okay. We are writing this letter on behalf of Uppercrust Pizza Incorporated. They have been very generous in supplying us with cleaning and paper products. We understand that we can call on them at any time to help us with supplies or cash donations. Their business has also posted volunteer forums in the restaurant for employees to volunteer their time and leave at Uppercrust Pizza. Acting as a private club in Jonesboro would be a great benefit for our community.
And what are the attachments located thereon?
Are the receipts of things that we have purchased for them, which is the first one is the first truck order that of the supplies like soaps, bleach, anything that we can get from our food person, and that. And the second one is we replenish some things that ran up. It's that next month. We told them to call us on a monthly basis on anything, and that $350 was kind of the stock of it. That was to replenish. $50 was for thing that they were having. They wanted to give out donations. And the 720, we have an event coming up, and we wanted to be the gold sponsor on that for $1,000.
So you contributed $1,000 on July 20th.
Correct.
What is, all right, is it your intention to continuing providing services to the Humane Society?
Yes.
And,
We told them we would.
all right, we would like to have this individual after.
Business is good.
Yes, oh, man.
You cats are knocking them away, man.
I love it. I mean, it's really great. I think that we have to be here. I don't mean that, but I mean, you know.
It's kinda like going to the dentist.
Yeah,
You'd
it's,
rather- You'd rather run into your dentist on the golf.
We're busy people.
Going to see him.
Ms.
You
Hunt,
said you employed how many?
43.
One of the things, you go back to your entertainment sheet, which is here, and it says, participate and support the board-appointed special advocates, the CASA, created by the Second Judicial District in Jonesboro. And it says CASA promotes, and tell the commission what CASA, what its function is, and how you are participating now, with that organization.
That says basically just the court-appointed special advocates where they find volunteers that can go in and kind of help with these kids that their parents, they're kind of like a problem, a drug problem, meth problem, where these kids, they just lose their parents. Find them. They need volunteers just to help on that. And we want to help support that. I've got a child of my own who's 3 years old, and I couldn't imagine no help there with that.
What have you done for CASA since the permit was issued?
They
In
have
detail,
monthly.
what have you done with it?
When we met with her, of course, we want to be able to do, and she kind of threw her off in the beginning that we were offering services like this. I mean, she understands that we are serious, but basically they have monthly meetings with their volunteers for the training. We feed that, and then we will be holding an event with them, where they can get, basically, we send out flyers and stuff like that, they do too, to their friends and family of CASA, and on that day, they'll get 10% all profits.
All profits included, right, okay, not alcohol.
No.
All right. I would like,
That'd be from
yeah, I would, and that would be from both locations, from your private club and your public residence. So I would like to, present this to you and ask you what.
It's a letter to the ABC board.
And what is it, could you read it to the board?
Yes.
So they won't have to read it?
CASA of the Second Judicial District is a 501c3 organization that has been serving the children of the Second Judicial District since 1995. Our volunteers advocate for children who have been neglected or abused and placed in the foster care system. 25% of our budget comes from grants from the Department of Justice, and 75% of the budget comes from community support. Uppercrust PT is considered one of our supporters. Their support of our organization takes many forms. We have sponsored a night for CASA with a percentage of proceeds going to financially support our organization, and agreed to help us purchase supplies and work with our youth who are in need of a job training. Without the support of caring companies such as Uppercrust PT, the work we do for children in the Second Judicial District would not be possible.
We would like to introduce this as applicant's exhibit 7. Okay. So you have been providing.
Oh, just one question, Mr. Holyfield. Again, the help to CASA, is that something that your board of directors decided?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's just not you individually.
No, that's we all discuss it, we talk about it. I mean, that's something we feel passionate about this place. I mean, I think we can help them in all directions. With kids, like if they have 3, 16 to 18-year-olds, and I can actually give them
I
on-job
just wanted to
training.
know if that was a decision.
I mean, I'm passionate. I mean, if you want me to talk about it, I can.
the letter was signed by Executive Director Carla Boyd. Has Ms. Boyd requested that you be on the board of directors?
Yes. I have to give her a decision on, August 19th, and then
So the CASA has asked you to be on the board of directors, and you have to give them a response by what time?
August 19th.
And you think this has to do with all the support you've shown
Sure.
them?
I mean, she's met us. I mean, she knows it. She knows that this isn't just for y'all. I mean, this is something we do. I feel good with this.
Okay.
I feel good with this.
What
Okay.
part of Jonesboro, Mr. Clark, where is this located?
Where's the restaurant?
Yes.
All right. Would you tell the location, I was gonna get to this, but tell us exactly the location, and again, why you do not think that your location presents any traffic problem at all?
If you were to, are you familiar with
You
Jonesboro?
need to address the board,
No,
not
I'm
me.
sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Are you familiar with Jonesboro?
Yes.
Caraway, Parker, right through there, that intersection, you come across, and it's right there, to the left, Shelby Drive.
Is that downtown? I'm not.
No, it's not downtown, it's
Caraway.
bypass. That's by the bypass. Actually, I can be on the freeway there.
But as I said before, and I think we've gone over this before, if I'm coming down to your place, that is not a through street.
No, no.
In other words, I'm coming down, and if I go a little ways, I'm gonna have to turn back around, it's dead end. And so it's not a place where there's gonna be a lot of going and coming traffic. That, would it be correct to say, as I've said before, that if you're going down that road, you're going to something located down there? It's not a.
You're on a mission. You're not just cruising.
It's not an access to another part of the city of Jonesboro.
Correct.
All right.
So this goes to Holiday.
It's over the back. Holiday Inn's on Malvern.
Okay.
It's, yeah, we are close to the mountain. Actually, it works. I mean, y'all come to Jonesboro. Let me take you out for a treat. I mean, we got the movie theater. Us, Bowling Center. I mean, it works out just perfect. It's just a beautiful place. I mean, it's when you.
We've advised the commission of your neighbors. Have any of your neighbors advised you that they're against your operation of the club?
No, I have not. You know,
Talking about business neighbors, right?
Yes.
That's
our
our only
testimony is that's all that
That's all there is.
surrounds the area of business.
No residential.
And other than is it correct to say, other than one of your neighbors who has a cafe across the street, most if not all of the businesses shut down at 5:30, is that correct? Or
Bowling
incorrect?
alleys.
Bowling alley would stay open. In explaining how you intend to operate the private club, is it correct that no one can eat or consume alcoholic beverages at this club unless they're a member or a guest?
Correct.
Do all members have to be 18 years of age or older?
Yes.
How is it determined, who determines whether or not, if I walk in there, I want to become a member, who can make me a member?
That would be either me or my assistants that I trust to make those decisions.
Now, are these individuals that have that duty other than yourself, have they been given that duty by the board of directors
Yes.
of the private club?
I mean,
Are your member and guest books, are they kept at the front entrance, and members and guests must sign in, is that correct? Are the financial books and records of the private club kept on the premises? Are all revenue generated by the operation of the club? Is that the club's revenue? All right, does the private club have a program for training employees whose duties are mixing and serving of alcoholic beverages?
yes.
Would you explain to the commission what your training program is? And I would like, as part of that, I would like to hand you something and, as you're addressing it, identify that to the commission.
Alcohol laws and your responsibility.
And if I came in and said I wanted to become a waiter or a bartender at the private club, tell me the training that is required.
Okay. Well, first you'd have to fill out everything. You'd have to get hired first. Then you'd fill out everything, all the information, the W-4s and I-9s. But then they would watch a video on the alcohol serve, safe serve, hospitality association that we actually have. We have a DVD set they watch and go through, and they actually take a course, like a little training test, exam, and they'll follow. One of the servers around for a while. Actually, it's 3 days. They have to somebody has to mentor them. We have given that duty as a trainer that we know and trust. And then on the last, that's actually a week process. And it's we know our responsibilities. I want them to know my responsibilities, our liabilities. Because it's big.
Is the document that I handed you and provided the commission, is this the test that has to be taken by?
Yes.
All right. We would like to introduce this in applicant's exhibit A. All right. What is in the event I was employed there and I served alcohol to a minor, what happens to me?
They would be fired.
I would get fired.
Immediately, yes.
Immediately. All right. Have you taken and passed the alcoholic training program?
Yes, I did. I liked it, actually. I learned a lot.
All right. What is the nearest private club to your location?
St. Charles.
And how far is that from your club? All right. How can you tell the commission how your operation can be distinguished from what old Charlie's does?
I think old Charlie's, we all know, it's burger, steak, or pizza. It doesn't have anything on the menu. Still sandwiches. Don't have anything, not the same.
Are their prices different?
Yes. Actually, you can feed a family at our place for a good deal. That's why we'll do good in recession. Pizza's recession proof, and it really is. If we do good in those areas, I think I would choose to go to Charlie's if I didn't have a family of 4. I wouldn't go there. $30 that's for sure. You could come here.
Do you believe that your clientele is different than that that's old Charlie? And if so, tell the commission Hanson.
I think it's, well, we have a great clientele. 7 years that we've gotten from there. But then as we've gotten here, we got new customers and new members and guests, and I think they're just, there's a big range. I'm sure we have some similarities in customers, but I think that we have a better customer. I don't know. I think we have more consistent customers.
And this is to your knowledge, you may not have this knowledge, but to your knowledge, is Old Charlie's supporting CASA? Is it supporting the Humane Society? Is it supporting the scholarship program? You're not. You don't have any.
I know they're not. They were not doing CASA. I mean, I haven't heard anything about that. The Humane Society, I'm not sure.
All right. All right.
But I don't think they're doing.
All right. Okay. What's are you located anywhere close to Arkansas State University? What's the closest school that you think located?
Fox Meadow.
All right. At the time that you filed your application, and at the time that you received your alcoholic beverage permit, was any church or religious building located nearby at that time? Has there one been constructed or occupied since then?
Right behind us.
Right behind you.
Right.
All right.
We share that.
And I'd like to show you this letter and ask, is this a letter that you received from the United Fellowship His Way Holiness Ministry at 3226 Shelby Drive? Did you receive that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And would you please read that letter to the commission?
Greetings. This is a letter stating that I, Brian Carter, am the senior pastor at United Fellowship His Way Holiness Ministry, located at 3226 Shelby Drive. I've been at this address for a month, and we think the Uppercrust Pizza Company is a great people. We find no fault with them, and look forward to our church doing business with this company. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at 870-243-3615. Sincerely, Pastor Brian Carter.
We're going to get this as applicant. Okay. And again, this gentleman moved in after you
Right.
operated.
CASA actually recommended them come there, and we're helping with we're feeding their services with the kids. They actually bring kids off the street and lower income areas and give them.
So I want to make sure I understood what you said. If I misstated, I want you to correct me. We do not have on our entertainment sheet that you're helping this minister, but you are currently helping the minister. And
Yes.
tell them how you're helping the minister.
We actually, it's like a reward program for the kids that are actually doing good, that Mr. Carter or Pastor Carter actually thinks a lot of or something. He wants to reward them for their pizzas. But we're also doing their service. We actually do that this Monday coming up, where we'll feed them. I mean, that's kind of like with CASA. We want to feed the children. I mean, and on a smaller scale, we have to have somebody that helps us pick the children to feed. We're going with their decision. We trust them, like them, and so, thank you.
All right. I would like to ask you to identify this correspondence and tell the commission what it is.
The letter from the Jonesboro Chamber of Commerce.
Now, is this letter supporting your existence as a
Yes.
private club at that location?
Yes, it is. The Jonesboro, let me read it.
I don't think you have to read that, Commissioner Reed, unless the commission wants you to read it. Okay. And, we would like to have this introduced as applicant's exhibit, what is it, 10? All right. I think I have one last thing. I think, a couple of questions. I may have asked this before, but let me ask, I got a couple of questions. Do you believe that all these nonprofit purposes which you have, indicated that this nonprofit corporation is conducting are a benefit to the citizens and residents of Jonesboro, Craighead County, and are in the public convenience, interest, and advantage of the city of Campbell?
Yes.
All right. Do you believe that your operation of a private club with an alcoholic beverage permit that can be available to out-of-town guests coming to Jonesboro and Craighead County for business, entertainment, or attending sporting events promotes the hospitality purpose of the city of Jonesboro? All right. I would like to ask you, I'd like to present this and ask you what this is.
It's signatures for our support petition.
And how many signatures do you have on there?
1,202.
1,202 signatures of people that are in support of your application.
Yes, that was.
Mr. Chairman, would you like to introduce this into evidence? And at this time, I think those are all the questions I have for my client. You may have some more minutes.
Okay, board have any questions? Been open since March. You've actually been doing business since March.
I know we don't have copies, what does this thing mean? That's what I mean, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, you want me to read what?
Yeah.
All right, let me read what the support petition says. It says, "We, the undersigned, who are residents of Jonesboro and the surrounding area, and who are over the age of 21, understand that Chad Aaron Holyfield, DBA Uppercrust Jonesboro, Inc., has filed an application with the AB Alcoholic Beverage Control Division for the state of Arkansas for a private club permit for a location at 3120-2 Shelby Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas. We believe that this private club would be in the public interest. By our signatures below, we certify that we are in support of this application, and we urge the approval of the same by the Arkansas Alcoholic Beverage Control Board."
Thank you, sir. As both of you all know, we don't get into
Understand.
104 or 200 against, but we are interested in knowing what they have to say. Mr. Schmidt?
Thank you, Mr. Powell. Mr. Powell, if I may note, it's after 12 now.
Yes, sir.
And I just wanted to verify how much time I was gonna get. The other side got around 50 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna give you as much time as you need. But I hope that you and your client have a material reason for objecting to this application, not down here just to call this young gentleman aggravation. Okay? With that, we'll let you present your
Thanks, sir.
You're probably gonna have to order one job.
Chad, when did you make your application? September of '09?
Yes.
And when did your nonprofit actually begin business?
The nonprofit started in July 2006.
When did you become a part of the nonprofit?
That would have been September 2000.
Now, were you part of making the bylaws for the nonprofit?
Keep that up.
Who made the bylaws for your business?
He's made
The attorneys for Mr. Holyfield.
Mr. Holyfield, do you feel like you've complied with the bylaws? Completely and fully? Mr. Holyfield, per your bylaws, are you not required to have a annual meeting on March of each year? And did you do that this year?
we had a meeting.
Did you have an annual meeting?
Yes.
You did have an annual meeting. And did you have the annual meeting in compliance with the bylaws?
I don't know.
What did you do as far as your annual meeting?
We came together to talk about all these not letters, but actual,
When did you have your annual meeting?
the annual meeting in March
What day?
15th.
You had it on March 15th?
Yes.
And do you have any information here today regarding your annual meeting?
What?
Did you send notice out to any of your members?
No, this was something that we, board of directors on these.
So the only people that attended the annual meeting were the board of directors? Is that correct? So how many people were in attendance of the annual meeting?
At that time, there was 3 of us.
Are you aware per the bylaws, you shall have an annual meeting?
Yes.
You-
We meet all the time.
Are you aware that if you don't comply with the bylaws, then you're not in compliance with the nonprofit corporation, the statute of Arkansas?
That's a legal conclusion, but I don't think he can answer.
Has he been cited for
No,
any sort of,
none whatsoever.
by any official authorities? Cited him, talked to him, told him he wasn't doing right?
No, sir.
How many meetings per year are the members supposed to have for your business?
How many meetings we meet annually?
Have you ever had a meeting with the members of this nonprofit corporation? The members?
Oh, like all
Yes.
of our members?
Yes.
The 9,000 something members we got?
You've got 9,000 members?
9,000 something.
Okay. And initially you had 100 or so. Did the initial 100 members ever meet? How did you obtain the information regarding your members?
Are you asking how you got his membership list?
Yes. How did you get your members?
My wife's the actual pharmacist at Walgreens, and the manager there, she has a lot of friends. She's actually on the board. She's actually the one that her sister's the one that told us about CASA. She's the principal at Highland School District. And they were pretty passionate about this and got me involved, and of course I've become that way. But a lot of those current members are Randy Garrison, the treasurer, also pharmacist at Walgreens. And between us, we have enough, well over 100 friends and family that love to be a part of it.
And what are the requirements of each member, for your nonprofit to be over 21?
18.
So is that the only requirement for them to be in good standing, to be 18 years of age?
I mean, it's on a, if you come in, I would probably judge you maybe. And, but it's on a case by case. The actual software we use and stuff, it's all the time, and we use the driver's license, and if it flags that person, we get to share that with other businesses and stuff.